I don't want to spend money, but I also kind of want to buy a new mic. After all the money I put into this one, adding a little isolation chamber thingy to it. Kind of want to get like a shotgun mic, because that is something that should be able to... Really? Hold on, really? Okay, now the mouse is actually being captured by the window. Wonderful. It's flying off to the other monitors. What was I even doing? What was I even doing? Wild territory, I guess. Really, the problem is just... Barkeep doesn't even sell those. Look at that fucking duty lying, slandering poor innocent keeper of the bar. Unreal. I mean, the main reason I even consider spending money on another microphone when I've already got a $500 microphone sitting there in the corner. For reasons explained in like one of the Skyrim videos, to actually use it, it has to sit on the desk and then it blocks half the screen. Because I got an isolation chamber on that one. Like, I just can't figure out the weird pseudo echo that's being picked up by this microphone only after I moved it from the previous position. You'll die in a week if you don't eat. Well, if the way Anomaly works is any indication, you'll die in less than a full day if you don't eat. This echo, it only started existing when I moved this mic from its original position. If I had a ruler, it'd be maybe a foot to the right of where it is now. The only other difference is the mic was upside down at that time. Maybe I need to find a way that I can orient it that way again. Have it upside down. I'll still have the isolation chamber sitting on top of the monitor, forcing me to use a miniature screwdriver on top of my speaker to keep the monitor from tilting over. But yeah, the idea is a shotgun mic might be able to pick up my voice from having the mic not overlap my vision without it, picking up too much excess noise that doesn't need to be picked up. Mainly because the shotgun mic is super directional, at least the proper type that I'm thinking of. On the plus side, this week I believe I'm cured of whatever weird-ass lung ailment I had last week, which came after some other spooky stuff. Now I might have traces of a more standard cold that... Did you see Brilliant? Yeah, okay, I'm totally not paying attention to where I'm going. I'm getting blindsided by zomboids. Okay, no more old ammo to use.
Guns don't kill people.
Come on.
Video games don't kill people. I do.
Could you, reload the gun with any sense of urgency whatsoever? Zombies of a different type. No, you didn't. Not one mercenary on this map can actually see me here. I don't know, it's weird. It's like I had that ailment, then it disappeared for a few days, and think mostly starting last night I started getting this, and the only reason I know it's not just my nose doing the usual congestion is that I've got that kind of pressure, mild sinus pressure at the top of the nostrils, and that kind of fatigued feeling around the eyes. I've also not been sleeping for shit recently. In more interesting rambles, I have got, it's going to be gone pretty soon, some of that B-A-I, flavored water. Strawberry kiwi. Got another bottle in the fridge, but I think I'll keep it for tomorrow. It's like coconut pineapple. And relevant to that fatigue, lack of sleep I mentioned before, wouldn't that be great if this was also basic tools? I'm quite tired. Oh, okay, I'll just sprint off that. It's fine. Oh, that's I didn't expect that to be there. Whatever. I've seen something about being tired, so I may end up with that sort of thing from about 2 sessions ago. The thing with the stuff, you know, where I jokingly referred to it in the description as like taking side damage, and it's really just being tired and stupiding. Really, I should probably, I guess it doesn't actually matter. Like, who legitimately cares? Just talking about playing a video game, it doesn't matter that much if I'm tired and misspeak a bit more than usual. It's actually super serious. You gotta be more professional about it. Do I even need the detector? I wonder if the detectors are just for helping you find it, or if you still needed to discover it in the first place. It just doesn't disappear when you put it away. Should have known better than to expect that they would put something in place of the family rifle. What did I even pick up? I guess it's not radioactive. Another junk artifact that does nothing. I swear, some mods they're just made in such a way you can't help but think, what's with lighting here? This lighting looks completely off. No, you can't help but think whoever configured the mod straight up does not like s.t.a.l.k.e.r properly. They don't like s.t.a.l.k.e.r. They want to use it as a base for some Tarkov type thing. Or some tactical shooter. Like, there are people that modify Anomaly, Misery, etc. to all but get rid of all of the, yeah, that's just ambient sound. Get rid of all the mutants and anomalies. So you're just fighting people the whole time.
Video games don't kill people, I do.
And this is just reflected, I think I've gone on about this already, but it's just reflected in how they handle the artifacts. They introduce things like these to take the place of artifacts, stamina recovery, protection, carry capacity boosts. And then they turn half the artifacts into this, where it does nothing and is super heavy. And they turn the other half into something that degrades immediately and becomes useless. Or you can shut it off. I don't care. It's stupid. It's the principle. Amount of time I have dedicated to playing S.t.a.l.k.e.r. I know S.t.a.l.k.e.r. quite a bit. Certainly more than these Misery, Anomaly, Gamma, etc. devs do. I will say that with sincerity and authority, because I do believe it to be true. You can disagree if you want. You can be wrong. There's nothing preventing you from being wrong. It's like there's nothing preventing me from picking up so much gear that I can't actually move. Or clicking the wrong menu entry. Once again, will it be worth it? Like anything for... I don't think I can actually sell... whatever. Just fall through the world. I know enough about S.t.a.l.k.e.r. to know that artifacts are supposed to have something resembling a use. They're not supposed to be burdens that you're plagued with. They're not supposed to be useless, and they're not supposed to be superseded by normal, plain, out-of-zone technology. It just takes away from the whole mysticism of the zone. Even the worst artifacts in vanilla, like, can you let me talk?
There's some lead for you to read.
Really? 2-hit kill? What a lot of ass. Yeah, see, I know that's not supposed to happen either. A basic low-level mutant, it's not supposed to 2-hit kill you when you've got something even better than the Sunrise suit. I understand all this shit. I know it. I am the expert here. I am the man saying things with the silly voice that people will still take fully seriously as if I'm saying it in a normal voice. Yeah, it really is true. I think I've partially gotten over it. That was cool.
That's gonna be so
That wasn't cool. No, you did not. You did not see that. Why is everybody lying? People claim they are seeing things that they could not possibly see. In a roundabout way, I think I've made my point. As such, I am going out. As such, now I am going to Yantar to turn in this quest and turn in these mutant parts. I guess figure out what to do from there. Oh yeah, this Topper's mission isn't going to be worked on for a while. Oh, that's Lemansk. I think. Yeah, that's Lemansk. I think it... No. Doing Lemansk at all is going to be difficult. Get this out of my way. I don't even have the level changer to it from Dead City. That'd be the easier path than Red Forest. But I'd also have to fight through an army of mercenaries every time I tried to do it. So that's not going to be. This is what I'm turning in. Yes, I could go to Truck Cemetery and Meadow. And I can pick up more missions along the way. But the main thing is to make up money so I can get that battle suit, upgrade it all the way, probably buy more ammo for the Deagle and the Scar. Make sure I'm fully kitted out with that shit. Like, all this is still quite good. I mean, this is pretty disappointing. This I've barely gotten any use out of. And this I keep stockpiling and not really letting shine in favor of using my pistols. But I also want to get a good amount of use out of things I don't normally use in either regular playthroughs or modded playthroughs. Yeah, there's that shit I was mentioning earlier. Extra fatigue, even more misspeaking. Caffeine wouldn't help one way or the other. I mean, that buy drink that I just finished said like 50 milligrams, and it's 1:45 in the morning. So it's best not to take much more. I'll hopefully still be able to... Well, no, I'll definitely be able to sleep. The nights where I just struggle to get any amount of sleep whatsoever are typically conveniently work nights. So I don't anticipate not being able to sleep at all. I just anticipate probably waking up more than once during the night. Because getting a full night's sleep just has to be so difficult. Everything has to be so difficult. Nothing can be simple. Nothing can be straightforward. Nothing can work the way it's supposed to work. Yeah, why do I have this? I'm not using a 12 gauge anymore. Grab a couple of pieces of duct tape because it's good for repairs. Oh my god, a cat! Don't think he'll buy either of these.
Приветствую на нашей научной базе.
I don't want to go to the swamps. Hey, 10K for 4 kilos. That's not too shabby. I've seen better, but I've also seen worse. No, that's right. I did upgrade to the better night vision. These are all generally good against... Oh, surprisingly, they're actually better against ballistics. How the hell does that work? But I'm sure they'll wear down just as quickly as this one will. God, I hope the battlesuit, once I get that running, doesn't wear down and so fast. I don't want to have to... I don't want to have to reload and reuse a million repair items. Carry and use a million of repair items. Bandages usually handle the bleeding just fine. It's just a matter of not wanting to use too many of them. Oh, I could get a better detector. I could get a better PDA. I'll cap my purchases at incidental healing items. I don't like Venka. I'd never use Venka. I guess I better sell some of these. They're supposedly really shitty and not very useful. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. Got plenty of anti-radiation devices anyway, and I haven't picked up any radiation in a long time. And yeah, of course, he doesn't buy these, so I carry those for nothing. I guess if I... yeah, I'm not spending that much for that. That's stupid. Really wish you could disassemble the helmets. I don't know why they're excluded from that system. Zup. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those. Be real handy, though. Not that I need it. It would be nice to top off my ammo a little. Have a little snack. Dull away the annoying noise. I don't think that's enough to actually get anything. Maybe the 9x18s, but I don't want those. Rain Scorcher. Dark Valley Cordon. Yet. Have to go all that way. I'm gonna make use of fast travel as usual. In fact, I'm gonna start with it right away.
Какие новости, сталкер?
What are you doing out here? I just don't feel the need to walk across the exact same expanse again. this time with nothing in it because I killed everything, and surely they're not going to respawn things that quickly. I do wonder if any of these 50,000 AK variants are actually any better than the one I've already got. Of course, I mean the 545 ones, not the 7.62 by 39s or the 5.56ers. I think there's one that's 5.56 native. I know you can convert any of them. You just like work. Isn't that the guy who just slandered Barkeep about the prices? Now, I don't think I can get a fair comparison here because it's comparing these against a fully upgraded model. I guess I can get a percentage. Yeah, I can do it that way. So this is just the 74N. It's -6, -8. So is there anything better than -6, -8? This one is slightly faster. This one is a little more accurate on the base, but worse on handling. Same thing. Okay, that's the best one so far, although the handling is still worse. I'm guessing the handling comes entirely from the stock being solid. Now, why are these ones... Oh, carbine. That's why. So I guess the only one that's actually overall better is this one. And that's a 1% fire rate boost. I think I made a good choice when I bought this. Let's go wherever that one is. This one, actually, let's look at the price. 38 versus 23. No, this one sucks. This one sucks. Like 15 grand more for better base accuracy, but worse everything else. No, that's shit. If we go to a completely different class of weapon, somehow the AN-94 is worse. And the AEK with the duty camouflage is the best. Still worse on handling. Actually, no. It's about the same as the unupgraded. I'm not going to buy any of these. Just looking at a curiosity. Something that would also be interesting to do is like a real-world loadout. Unfortunately, the two pistols that I own are not in the game because nobody wants to put the brands that I own into a game. I could get relatively close. Yeah, the closest approximations would be like maybe the Fork 17 for one of them. It kind of looks more like a Walther. Let me pull it out. Yeah, the design on this little one that's out here at the desk, not actually loaded, but the mag in it is empty. And there's nothing in the chamber. The closest approximation, yes, would be the Walther P99, which is not in this list, so I can't point at it. Although the mag capacity is going to be like half. Little compact single stacker. And the closest approximation to the other pistol that's currently residing in the bedroom, well, in looks, it would be the s.t.a.l.k.e.r. In capacity and caliber, it would be the 1911. As for the long rifle, well, I suppose if you knock it over to single fire, any of the M4s would work. I'm just spending a lot of time looking and mumbling about stuff. Thinking. It's interesting to think about. Just the idea of doing a real pseudo-challenge. It's not much of a challenge, considering the viability. Like, it might be more of a challenge if you didn't actually own any guns and you had to go through the game without. Or if you only owned a shotgun and had to try to do everything with that. But it would be an interesting way to go through the game. No, I think I am going to save the money. I'm going to upgrade the battlesuit all the way before getting on to buying all the ammo I need to make the weapon part of the loadout viable. It's probably viable as it is already. I just want to I want to make sure that I've got plenty of ammo. And I mean plenty. What else am I stashing? Oh, I brought the exosuit here. Okay, I can continue the upgrades here. For some reason, I thought I left it back at the loner base. Could probably just actually get rid of all the 9x18s. What are the chances I'm going to go back to it? Honestly. Even less than the chances of going back to the shotgun, let alone the double-barreled. So I am going to get rid of that too. Logically, this should be enough ammo for this. It's a sidearm. But I want more. Got a ways to go before I consider a 5.56 NATO build to be viable as well. Pretty good on 45 ACP, but not 5.56. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the old ammo. At least for guns that I've retired or may not be using. No, you know what? Get rid of all the gold ammo. If I have to cut it down, disassemble it to sell it, so be it. Okay, I'll make an exception for super rare ammo types like that. More money, better. Fuck. Yeah, I've been reminded. That's another thing that's been bothering me this entire week. I'll get this pressure on the temples and around the eyes that make it hard to concentrate. What reminded me of that is the fact that I'm getting hit by it right now. How dare I decide to do something with my night?
Yep.
Yep. Get it out of here. $3 grand. That ain't much. Yeah, he doesn't want... I thought I put that away. He doesn't want any of the old ammo. Kill a bandit. Easy enough. I'm going to Meadow anyway. Sure. I know. I didn't sell that because the mechanic will pay better for it. Presumably. I didn't put that away either. God damn it. Keep making mistakes. Foolish ones. And then I say I'm going to limit my purchases and go ahead and just purchase more things. Okay, let's actually put away the things I intended to put away. Find them. It's too much shit. Let's back out because I'm still going to use that. I think that just used up a lot of these grooming kits that have been laying around. Good. Might have killed a couple. Yeah, I think it killed my Swiss Army knives. Not so good, but I've been needing to get rid of most of these, and I didn't want to sell them because they're not worth money. This is more for reminding myself. I think prices here are about the same as they are with the loaners. I've gotten my goodwill up enough, so this is already at plus 26 compared to this. I don't know if it's combining these two. Probably isn't because it's only looking at that slot. I've got pills for psi radiation. Or psi effects. Okay, that makes the most sense. Now I've got my bodysuit fully upgraded. And I've got money left over. Pretty swell. Pretty swell. I think this current run... Ooh, I'm actually slightly excited. Haha! Got a fully fucking functional battle suit. Refrain from buying any more of those. I'm gonna use up all of these. Yeah, I want to save the rest of the money because I want to buy more ammo.
Бывай!
Boy. Yeah, this run into the unknown. I'm going to use my current armor set. But this is ready to go. And I want to hold off on it. Especially, I'm going into early... I'll be in Truck Cemetery, but I'm going into early game areas anyway. Outside of that. Yeah, I guess I can actually look at the upgrade path through this. I don't care about any of this Yeah, this one I technically have an upgrade to install, but I don't care about that. I don't need a fire rate upgrade on this. I think besides building up some additional weaponry, I am solid. Now let's burn up all the money I got left over. I completely forgot since last week. A lot of things happened in a week. My memory doesn't prioritize, like, video game things. Doesn't prioritize a lot of things, honestly. In fact, my memory does a good job of not remembering anything remotely important and instead giving me flashbacks of things from my youth and past years that I'd rather keep forgotten. Like, no, I don't want to remember that embarrassing fucking stupid shit that happened ages ago. No. I think we're gonna I think I'm gonna do this. Just so little return on investment. I just can't use it with a night vision built in. It seems so stupid carrying soiled fucking underwear around, but it's one of the most efficient repair items out there. It's like +4, I think, but it's also incredibly light. Might get a 45 ACP weapon. Obviously not right now, because I just burned all my money. I cannot buy a thing. I can't even buy a basic Makarov. Did I buy s.t.a.l.k.e.r ammo? I can. Should I? Probably not. I did it anyway. Foolishness. I do wish this was better. Guess it's alright, but the recoil for being a 9mm pistol is pretty insane. It just hurts its functionality. But I do want to keep using it, at least until I run out of ammo or it breaks. Because it's a solid machine gun. The lightest possible option without looking at other options. If that makes sense, which it doesn't. I did not double click. Can you not do this? I swear I may need to just chuck this damn thing at a wall and hope it doesn't break, but it fixes itself. Through the principle of violence equals repairs.
Подходи, сталкер. Для таких, как ты, у меня всегда есть кое-что интересное.
Да ты рассказывай, с чем пришел.
Yeah, Jupiter, that's ridiculous.
Сапожищи хреновые подсунули. Что, у них совсем совести нет у этих? За неделю подохли гоплык.
I didn't say to sell it, I said to combine it. Why do you keep doing stupid things?
И никого на горизонте. Вот и ладушки. Вот и хорошо.
Buy a couple of those. I'm out of money. I surely hardly need more food items. Got MRE still. But the things that barely fill up the food meter are still useful. Mainly for that annoying thing that keeps happening when I'm in the early areas, like garbage and cordon, where every 5 seconds is like, oh no, you're hungry again. I wonder if Duty will help me with this quest. Maybe the ecologists. Oh, yep. Ecologists are running right in. Mine. Where'd that other one go? Now see, why can this guy stand here in the middle of everywhere, reloading his weapon, and nothing attacks him? Me, even if I'm running around, I'll just get auto-aimed onto. There's a marker here if this is not where the enemy is. I would like it if things would stop conspiring against me. There we go. You see, if you let my shots actually hit the targets that I'm shooting at, and if you don't make the game freeze while I'm aiming, things tend to work a little better. Obviously, I'm not gonna... It's right there, though. No. Be efficient. Why is he up there? Why? Mutantes, Sidori Vici. Yeah, next missions are... Wasn't there another one? Encrypted documents. All the way down... You know what? For a second I thought there was Zidorovich's. Yeah, see, same side damage from before. Fatigue is causing a greater amount of confusion. Yeah, I suppose if I'm expecting primarily mutants, using up the JHP would be the best option. Guess I got a decent loop that I could follow. I need to go to the cordon to get to the meadow. I need to go through garbage to get to cordon. I could fast travel, but I've got things to do along the way this time, so I won't. As I pass through the garbage in suddenly boring overcast weather, I can sell what I just got at the flea market. I can sell the mutant parts at the hunter. I can shoot mutants along the way and possibly get some more. Then at the loner base, I can get the documents for barkeep and probably not do anything interesting otherwise because I've just done everything I needed and my stash is back at the bar. Oh no, there is something I could do at the loner base. The Father Valerian base, as it were. I can scope out some NATO weaponry to later potentially use, even though it's technically lower level than the SCAR that I just bought. And the SCAR is a NATO weapon, so the proper nomenclature would be like a 5.56er. slang nomenclature counts as proper. I could swear there was, no, there wasn't a game that had a sprint animation that looked like that, but you could toggle sprint super fast and make your guy look stupid by having him wave his gun like this. What the fuck? What are you shooting at? Also, did that blue light thing just spawn this guy? What is everybody shooting at? Or who? Might be the big question. Bandits!
Apparently I'm feeling a little psychotic this morning.
Really? Really now? Like, my guy is going to reload the weapon as slowly and casually as possible. Despite the danger that that kind of operating poses. And you're still gonna die. This dude's just rushing up. Oh. Oh yeah. My intent with this is primarily to use it in burst fire mode to counter the recoil. That's a mine that I planted. Let's not run into that. Speaking of mines, there's that guy who was sitting right there. Nothing blew up. Was that the mine I just planted? I did not equip this yet. Oh yeah, the mine just blew up. And it killed a fucking idiot. It's the problem with mines. Friendlies like to walk into them because they're stupid. At least I don't think I've lost any goodwill or anything from that. That can happen, you know. Yeah, still at 1800. That can happen, you know. Somebody steps on a mine that you set, you get blamed for it. I don't feel like that. I still think this guy should want to buy mutant parts. There we go again. Already made the excuse for it. It remains a truthful excuse. I don't need that. Hunting equipment, weapons, ammo. Reasonable things to help with his hunting shop. You would think they'd be things that he would want. But no. Disassemble these. Like, these in particular, the scrap's gonna be worth more than the actual item. I swear I sold that already. Okay. Ooh, too bright. But if it gets nighttime, I've got good night vision now, and I've got 1,000,000 batteries that I refuse to sell. Wow, this is so high. I've never even met the guys. And no, I did. I saw some at random places and did jobs for them. A mine. Almost night. Finish your work already. Why? It's not like it. No, I already made that. I already did that bit. It's more that psi radiation, more the psi effects.